With PB4 just days away, I wanted to walk you guys through how to purchase your first set of fuel and 2 crucial mistakes to watch out for when you are doing so. Now, the first thing we're going to need is money. After all, we need to pay for our fuel. However, since we're on testnet, we aren't actually using our own money or our own ETH, but rather Sepolia ETH. Monopoly money, if you will. Every day, or every so often, we're not quite sure about the amount or the frequency just yet, Illuvium will drop Sepolia ETH into your testnet passport to use in PB4. To check to see if you have any, you'll want to click on your account button here at the top right, click on passport, and then add funds button. And we can see here that we have kind of this claim funds button. Now, it's possible that you run out of your daily allotment or need a few extra bucks to finish a quest or something of the likes. If you don't want to be shackled to a certain daily or weekly amount, there is a way to gain more Sepolia ETH, which I go over in my video here. But for now, we're going to assume that you've got some testnet ETH and you're ready to go. We're going to start by going to the Illuvidex and clicking on Fuel Exchange. If you know how much fuel you'd like, it's as simple as clicking on the fuel of your choice and going through the guided windows to purchase it. If you're like me and you click on the wrong one, it's quite easy to change. You just click on the symbol and it will take you back to the original page. Now, here is where we're going to run into mistake number 1. So, consider this your public service announcement for PB4 and frankly, open beta as well. Do not spend all of your money buying Krypton for travel fuel. Buy a little bit of each fuel at the very least. Now, do you need Krypton to travel? Yes. But you need shards to capture alluvials, and in order to cure shards, you're going to need to pay for that service with Hyperion fuel. This is something that until PB4, no one has had to deal with. In PB3, we walk up to the 0-point forge and say, yep, cure my shards, and it does. So we don't know how much this service will initially cost us in PB4. You can have all the travel funds in the world, but if you don't have shards, you'll just be going through a bunch of mining missions and harvesting missions until that next drop of testnet ETH hits your wallet. Also, I promise, eventually you're going to get sick and tired of the low-level starter gear. The first thing I personally like to do is upgrade my boots and my jetpack, and those drone and equipment upgrades are going to cost you not only resources, but Solon fuel as well. Another cost that no one knows what it's going to be. We haven't seen examples of this yet. Now, when you're planning on how much Krypton to buy, I highly suggest visiting Illuvium's Fuel Exchange Guide page. Near the bottom of the page, we can see the different fuel costs depending on the stage and the location of the run. Right now, a Stage 1 run is going to cost the same no matter which region you're visiting, and the same can be said for a Stage 2 or a Stage 3. Just keep an eye out periodically. Nothing would be worse than finding out by mistake that now a Stage 3 Crimson Waste or a Shard Bluff Labyrinth run costs 3 times what an Abyssal Basin run costs. This is a private beta, which means that they're testing. And testing means that things are going to change as they figure out what works and what doesn't. Now, once you've entered how much fuel you want, all you need to do is click the purchase button. There will be an IMX passport confirmation button, and your purchase is complete. Finally, the last mistake I want you to be aware of as we are playing and exploring Illuviums PB4. There are going to be bugs. Something is going to go wrong, and the biggest mistake you can make is not reporting it in a bug report. While making this video, I ran into a problem in the fuel exchange where it wouldn't let me buy a certain type of fuel. Not only did I not get the fuel, but my testnet ETH was poof, used up, it was gone. So it wasn't like I was able to try again with the same ETH. Not reporting these problems in a bug report is the absolute worst thing you can do. After all, the whole point of these private betas is to find the bugs so the team can fix them. And that way, something like this doesn't happen once Illuvium goes live into open beta. In this case, a page prompted me to fill out a bug report. Oftentimes in the overworld or arena, you'll need to click, say, Control B, which pops up a bug report, also a suggestion form. The way that this game gets better is by us telling Illuvium not only what's wrong, but what we do and do not like about the game. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you want to learn more about what to expect in Illuviums PB4, if you want to learn more about IMX Passport or the Illuvium ecosystem in general, hit that subscribe button. I promise you, I'm your girl. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you on the PvP battlefield.